Final moments, Alex.
Yeah, now imagine waking up to a man hopping your fence.
Tonight, a man is dead after being tased by sheriff's deputies.
Yeah, the man tased and taken down by deputies this morning after reports of a suspected burglar in a townhome complex along Lemon Grove Way. NBC7's Alex Boucher joins us now with a look at the confrontation with deputies caught on camera and what one witness is saying about that man's final moments. Alex?
Yeah, now imagine waking up to a man hopping your fence and trying to break into your house. That's what residents here tell me exactly happened this morning, and things only escalated from there.
Put your hands behind your back!
This is the commotion that woke families up in this quiet Lemon Grove community. Around 8:30 this morning, the San Diego Sheriff's Department says it responded to multiple calls from Lemon Grove Way, right near the 94.
Get on your stomach!
This man, who they say doesn't live in the complex, was jumping over fences and trying to break into townhomes.
And I heard at least 3 tase shots. From what I understand, nobody up here knows who he was.
Paul Brown saw the whole thing. He's the one that took this cell phone video. He and his wife were having a relaxing Saturday morning when all this started.
Oh, we heard it. We were in the bedroom, in the bed, watching TV. And I thought it was the television. And she said, no, that's not the TV. That's outside. That's right outside the window. So I looked out the window, and I saw the sheriffs. So I said, let me get my phone and go down here and see what's going on.
It took 3 sheriff's deputies to get this man in cuffs.
That was a struggle.
Neighbors here say they loaded the man into an ambulance.
He seemed like he was okay. He was still moving.
But shortly after that, he died. San Diego Sheriff's Department released this statement to us. After paramedics were on the scene and had begun treating the suspect, he became unresponsive. He was immediately transported to a local hospital. While on the way to the hospital, CPR was initiated on the suspect. Medical intervention was continued at the hospital, but unfortunately, the suspect passed away shortly before noon. Yes, now we don't yet know the name of this man. The Sheriff's Department is still trying to notify next of kin, and the medical examiner is working on a report for his official cause of death. Alex Boucher, NBC7.
Watch, unarmed man tasered repeatedly by cops until he dies. To watch your TV and see your husband get killed on nationwide TV by a taser, I can't take it, Colette Atkins, the man's widow, told reporters. It's too much for me. By Matt Agorist. May 29, 2017. San Diego CA Mark Rashawn Atkins, 54, of Lemon Grove died last week, hours after a confrontation with San Diego police officers in which he was tasered repeatedly. Cell phone footage captured Atkins' last moments alive. According to police, deputies were responding to several calls of a man jumping fences in backyards and attempting to gain entry into townhomes. When police arrived on the scene, they found Atkins in a common patio area and demanded he get on the ground. According to police, Atkins refused to comply. The department issued a statement on what happened next. Both deputies deployed their department-issued tasers, striking the suspect. The suspect went to the ground but continued to ignore commands to comply and attempted to stand again. A second round of taser was deployed with the same minimal effect. On your stomach. I will zap you again, one deputy said in the video. As NBC7 reports, Paul Brown, a resident who recorded the incident on his cell phone, told NBC7 Monday that he and his wife heard the commotion and he came outside to see what was going on. We were in the bedroom and at first I thought it was the TV and she said no, that's not the TV. So I looked out the window and I saw the sheriffs and so I said let me get my phone and go and see what's going on. Brown said. Image, http://pixel.watch/QT7. Brown reported hearing the tasers deploy at least 3 times. After police put Atkins in handcuffs, the paramedics were called. He seemed like he was okay, Brown added. He was still moving. Read more, police union threatens to stop working unless 49ers take action against Kaepernick. However, despite moving once in the handcuffs, Atkins became entirely unresponsive shortly after. 2 hours later he was dead. The incident is now under a use of force investigation. The cause of death has yet to be released. However, after watching the video, one can come to their own conclusions. The results of the autopsy have not been completed and are pending toxicology results, Lieutenant Kenneth Nelson said in a written news release. To add further controversy to Atkins' death, his wife Colette said he wasn't the man police were looking for. He had no reason to jump the fences because he lived in the neighborhood. I don't think so. That's a lie, said Mark's widow Colette Atkins. There's no reason for him to get into anybody's home. He got killed right on his own street. Colette has had to check herself into Scripps Mercy Hospital because of the stress building up after watching her husband die on national television after being tasered by cops. To watch your TV and see your husband get killed on nationwide TV by a taser, I can't take it, she said. It's too much for me. According to NBC7, the 54-year-old, unemployed father attended Lincoln High. Friends say he had his struggles. He was also dealing with mental health issues, according to family members. If a person is in a state of mind where they can't comply, for deputies to electrocute them is not the answer, said Colette, who now vows her husband's death will not be in vain. I'm also praying for justice to be served in this case, she said. Read more. School cop pulls women over to lick their feet and steal their underwear. Sadly, police officers tasering people to death is not an isolated incident. Also, when their actions do result in the death of another human, they are rarely held accountable. On November 20, 2015, sheriff deputies in Coweta County, Georgia were summoned to help subdue a man having a psychotic breakdown. Instead of helping him, they tasered him to death. In October 2016, the Coweta District Attorney's Office announced their decision to not press charges against the officers responsible. The death of 32-year-old Chase Sherman was captured on video, yet neither of the cops was charged. On February 3, 2015, Natasha McKenna, 37, was shocked 4 times with 50,000 volts while her hands were cuffed behind her back, her legs in shackles, and wearing a mesh mask. The multiple electric shocks stopped her heart and her breathing. She was taken to Fairfax Hospital, however, it was too late. McKenna was declared brain dead and removed from life support several days later. None of the officers involved in McKenna's death were charged. On March 3, 2015, Ruth Temple called out Oklahoma police officers after her boyfriend started acting strangely. That 9-1-1 call would eventually lead to Temple's boyfriend, Daryl Gatewood's death. A clearly mentally distraught Gatewood was then dragged into the street and pepper sprayed and tasered until he died. Sadly, Mark Atkins now becomes a name on this ever-increasing list.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea, too, that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.